Hello and welcome to the Growing Green podcast. Your host, Jeremiah Jennings, is the owner of Growing Green Landscapes in Birmingham, Alabama, and has a passion for growing the entrepreneurship community for those who are young in business. Being a business owner isn't easy, especially in the early years, and that's why in this show we dive into a wide range of topics covering all the challenges small business owners deal with. Even if your company is generating $1 million or more, the stories from our great guest and Jeremiah's own firsthand experiences will propel your business forward. And now, here's your host, Jeremiah Jennings.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode today here on the Growing Green podcast. This is your host, Jeremiah Jennings, and I'm so excited to come to you today with another fresh new episode for you. And this is going to be an extremely fun show today. I hope that you're ready to hear some good entertainment, some good value. There's going to be a lot of stuff covered in today's show. And it's with a new friend. It doesn't feel like a new friend because we've been talking on Instagram for so long, but we got to talk at Equip this year, and we've just kept in touch on Instagram, and just it's really cool seeing your business grow, man. And I'm excited to hear what we get into today. I think you're going to be able to relate to this show a lot if you're listening in, and so let's just hop into it. Let's just talk. Let's just bring him in and kind of dive into today's show. We have none other than Jonathan Allan with Edge to Edge Lawns. Are you in Sonoya? That was the area code that came up, or is that not a thing?
No, I'm not far from Sonoya, though.
Okay,
I'm not far.
I thought I looked you up on Google or something, and that was where it said you were. So maybe I was wrong. But how far? Where are you then exactly?
I'm in Noonan, which is probably, depending on where you're at in Noonan, you can be in Sonoya in 10 minutes, or from where I'm at, closer to 18 minutes. So.
Okay, so that's what it was, and it just puts you. You're close enough. I don't know why. Well, anyway, man, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm fantastic. This is actually take 2. We had to fix the audio. The audio was messed up the first time, but we called it early, so hopefully that everyone can enjoy a good audio experience because, in podcasting, the audio is what matters. And so since we don't do video, then the audio's got to be on point, and we always try to do that to the best of our ability. But, hey, we're not a professional broadcast. We are just a bunch of lawn care and landscape professionals and hardscapers and everybody else that we get on the show that just hang out and have a good time and just try to bring as much value as we can. And that's what we're going to do today. So let's hop into it, man. I want to hear some more about your story. What's going on in the life of John Allan? And we were talking about how everybody calls you John, and I totally get that. My brother's named Benjamin. My mom hates it when people call him Ben, but it just is what it is. I guess that's kind of what you get for naming somebody with like 2 syllables like that it can be shortened. Right. Or Jonathan. No, that's 3 syllables. Is Benjamin? Yeah, that's 3 syllables too. I guess it's 3 syllables. Those are the names that get you. So, well, man, tell us a little bit about your business, buddy. How you been doing? How is business looking for you right now? How'd you get started? Let's just walk through that whole journey. I know that you're pretty fresh into it, so I'm excited to hear these guys relate to you and hopefully learn something along the way that you've learned in the first couple years of being in business.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm definitely new into it. That's for sure. I'm about a year and a half full time now, or coming up on a year and a half. I did 22 years in jewelry repairs. I was a jeweler for 22 years.
Really?
And
you got your diamond ring?
I do. Well,
yeah.
Not for me. I don't have any jewelry except for my tungsten band that I never take off.
Yeah.
But, my wife got a pretty nice upgrade before I left the industry. We'll put it that way.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
She deserved it. But, it's kind of a different industry, and to go from that into the lawn care business is a little different, I guess. But
I bet those hands got calloused really fast. I mean,
well, they're actually like really smooth and nice now compared to what they were. You'd be surprised how much jewelry repair. Yeah. Between doing all that polishing and everything,
I thought they'd be soft.
Hands up.
Really?
No, they go through beating as a jeweler. That's for sure.
Well, okay, I want to hear lawn care, but let's talk jewelry for a minute. I mean, sure. We've had Ken with the Stripe Life on, and he worked in a pawn shop, and I think still actually does for a little bit. So that was a cool career that we got to hear about, but I don't think I've ever had a jeweler on. I mean, how did you get in the jewelry business? That's such like a unique industry to be in.
Well, to try to keep it short, I guess you could basically say I grew up on a dead-end street in Indianapolis, and one of my best friends, who was a solid 4 years younger than me, his father was a jeweler and
Mm-hmm.
owned his own business. And I didn't do his lawn, but I did a lot of yard work for him when I was young, just to kind of make some cash because, my parents' money was kind of tight
Yeah.
most of
Yeah.
the time. So to find money for me, I had to go out and get it. But, he had his repair shop in his house, and I would constantly go through there and I would look at him work at the bench. It was just interesting to me. I don't know, I was fascinated by it. And sure enough, when I was 15, he asked, if I'd like a job, and I said, yeah. And he sat me down and started teaching me how to do jewelry work, and I pretty much started doing it from the age of 15 up until what I am. Well, I mean, I'm 36 now. I quit a little over a year ago, so 35. But I kind of started segueing into the lawn business because it's outdoors. I got tired of being stuck inside the little shop. I mean, you would think I was in a closet sometimes at some of these repair shops I ended up in throughout the years of doing it, and literally had no window, just in the back, smaller than my kids' room. And I just got tired of being in that kind of environment. So I started doing lawn stuff on the side and really found out that I enjoy being outdoors more than indoors, obviously. Mm-hmm. And so
How long ago did you start doing the side hustle?
That was almost 3 years ago.
Okay, so you started on the side for a little bit in.
Yeah, so basically my wife worked, all the weekdays, and my kids were at school, and I alternated weekends. So I had every other Wednesday off and every other Saturday off. Mm-hmm. So basically what I did was I started picking up lawn jobs on my Wednesdays and getting some extra money that way.
Yeah.
And little by little, I started increasing the number of yards and the amount of time I was spending on it during the weekends, and eventually segued more into doing just the lawns. I had to let the boss know that I was kind of getting out of the industry this last year, and it was rough.
Yeah, really.
I worked for him for 10 years. So.
Yeah, that's a tough goodbye.
Yeah, that was a tough one, and it didn't go quite as smooth as I'd hoped. But I think we're okay now. I actually ran into him at a restaurant the other day and ended up buying lunch. Yeah.
Well, I think you're probably good then. If he offered to buy, then you're probably good. So.
Yeah, he paid for it. It was just weird because it was the first time seeing him in over a year.
Yeah.
So.
Well.
But
Go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm doing it full time now. It's just me, and I'm up to about 46, 47 clients, and just a mix of biweekly and weekly. Eventually I would like to go with more just weeklies, but it just takes a lot of time to get weeklies down here in the South. So.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. You're like 2 hours from me. I mean, that's everybody around the country has to realize that like everybody's business is different, and one thing that works for you doesn't work for somebody else. Climates change, climates are different. It would be very, very tough for me and you to both grow like a totally weekly customer base. Like that's just, It's possible. It is possible. You can get it high in a neighborhood, but like the people that are doing that and like the people that are in those neighborhoods now, they got it so locked up because you have to be in certain areas. You have to be in certain high-end neighborhoods. You have to be in neighborhoods where you're looking at $750 to $1 million plus homes. Like that's just at least in our area, it's that way. Like you're not going to get a full list of weeklies of just average like dual income households.
Exactly.
And so you can push a couple of those. Like we've probably got 8 or 10 of those, but the majority of our weeklies that we do have are not that way. They're people that money isn't really an option. It's kind of just like this is definitely a luxury service. Like most dual income houses that you're cutting grass for are this is a necessity to them. They don't really have they don't have the time. Like it's just we just need it done. Like I'm too busy. It just got to be done. when you're doing these weekly services, you're getting these higher end homes. It is strictly like a luxury service. Like this is just extra for them. They want it to look good for their pleasure, and so they're willing to do whatever. Like, so yeah, I totally get that. Like weekly versus bi-weekly, there's no shame in that. You need to don't let people, and that's for anybody out there. Like, don't let anybody's opinion of your business like bother you or upset you or set you back. Like, you do what works for you. If you're turning profit, if you're staying efficient, if you're doing things you need to do to run a successful business, then you do what works for you and tune all the other people out because they're not in your shoes.
Mm-hmm. Yep. No, that's definitely what I've been doing. You know, I listen to a lot of podcasts, and you get quite a mix on there about people saying, "Oh, you should only do weeklies." Well, I mean, that's great, maybe in your area, but here we can't.
If you only did weeklies, you wouldn't have a business. Like, you wouldn't be where you are. Like, so come on. Like, let's look at it that way. Like, would we rather have a business that makes money and gives me the freedom that I want with my life, or not have a business at all because I can't get only weeklies? Like, come on, you gotta look at that and apply it to your situation.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I agree.
Yeah, that's good stuff, man. Well, I tell you what, let's talk. So when we get into bigger, when you get into 750 million, multi-million-dollar businesses, those business owners are not really thinking about like what equipment to use, what trimmers to use, what trucks to buy. Like, that's just not the focus of their company anymore. The focus is, we want to turn profit, we want to be efficient. I don't care what mowers we use, just get it done. Like, half the time when you get into those business owners, you hear them on podcasts and things like that, they don't even know. Like, they don't even know what they're running. They just know the stuff's getting done. That's not the case for somebody in your situation where you're a solo owner operator. It's just you. You're building the business, building the brand. Let's go back to, I guess, year one, if you want to, or even the side hustle stage. Like, most kids, you hear, most entrepreneurs are like, yeah, I was cutting grass when I was 10 years old. I was pushing a lawnmower around our neighborhood. Like, that's the story that we all know, we all love, and that's great. Totally different for you, though. Like, you're a grown man. You have a family. You're leaving a career. Like, what did that look like for you? What did your whole, like, journey and setup into the business look like? Did you start with just a $200 snapper push mower and a weed eater? Like, what did your setup look like at the beginning? How did you go about getting that going on the side?
Well, I mean, it's been sloppy, probably from the very beginning for sure, but it's improved. It's definitely improved. I started out with I believe the first one was a residential Aaron's zero turn.
So you did start zero turn from the beginning.
Yeah, well, because I had it for my own property.
Okay, cool. So that makes a difference. Okay.
Yeah. So I've got a 2-acre lot here of my own, so I got to have something I can maintain that with. So I did. I started with an Aaron's, and I believe it was just a 48-inch. And then I got rid of that, and I got a Bobcat Z3000, I think is what it was. Mm-hmm. I financed that, but Sheffield really bent me over with the interest rate.
Really?
Yeah. They didn't do me very well on that. So I paid that off in the first year, and then I traded that in at the Ag Pro, which is basically what I believe you use, correct?
Yeah. It's Tri-Green here, but Tri-Green bought all the Ag Pros. So.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I went to Ag Pro, and I asked them first what they would give me as a trade-in on my zero turn, the Bobcat. Mm-hmm. And since it was less than a year old, they actually gave me a pretty decent trade-in on it.
Yeah.
And I got the V920M mulch on demand.
Oh yeah, I do remember that conversation that we had now. I remember that. Yep.
I did. I messed up. I got the mulch on demand, and I mean, it's okay. It's got its perks, I guess. But
there's not many of them. There's not many of them.
The daggone thing clogs so easily and clumps up, and it's awful.
Yeah, so, no, I do remember that. That's so funny you said that now. Like, I remember us distinctly having that conversation.
Yeah, because I think I was asking you about it, and you you might have even told me not to get the mulch on demand
Oh, I
before I even
did.
got it.
I did. I told you not to,
did.
but I think I was a little late. I think you might have already gotten it because I think you texted me and you were like, "Tell me I didn't make the wrong decision." I was like, "Unfortunately, you did." Like, is there a 24-hour return window?
Yeah, it might have been when I messaged you. It might have been a little too late, but I went ahead and rolled with it and regret it, and I'm actually trading again.
I would.
But this time I'm going back to Bobcat.
Okay.
And I'm getting hopefully it's going to be here this week, but it's going to be the I think it's a Z4000 stand-on 54-inch.
Ah, okay.
So, and again, I think I skipped it, but one of the reasons I went to John Deere was because I got 0% financing.
Yeah.
And so I got the 0% financing with them, and that's pretty close to being paid off. But I just got 0% financing with Bobcat as well.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to end up having to do is sell the John Deere after I get the new mower, and then just pay the rest down on the Bobcat. But
okay, so are you going to trade the Z in, or are you just going to sell it private party?
No, because I have to sell on my own, which I think I already have a buyer for it.
Yeah.
Because Bobcat only offered me like $4,000 for this $13,000 mower I just bought a year ago.
Yeah, no way. Yeah.
So no, I'll just sell them my own. I think I've got somebody that's gonna give me $8,000 for it. So
just don't tell them about the muscle demand. Just say, this is a great thing. Like it's a good thing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell the flaws. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Other than that, it is 100% what it's supposed to be. Okay.
Oh yeah.
It's in perfect working order. 240 hours on it.
Yeah.
So.
And we'll talk about that real quick. If you're doing all HOA subdivision lots with Bermuda or tall fits or whatever, like if you're not hitting rocks, you're not mowing super tall grass like fields or anything like that, then the mulch on demand it's a decent system. Like it would, I guess, do the job. Like it would be okay. There's just way too many moving parts. It's way too overcomplicated. I've talked about it on a podcast before. Like y'all know, I'm a big John Deere guy. I love my John Deeres. I don't have any plans on switching anytime soon. But I'll never ever get the mulch on demand again. I got that on my first mower. Same situation as you. Like, oh man, this is cool. Like they make it look good. It operates really good from the get go. And then you're like, And 50 hours in, when it starts messing up and it doesn't want to lock and things don't want to close and baffles start breaking, and it's just like, this is no good. So it's just way too complicated of a system. But anyway, moving on. You're getting the new one. That's cool to hear. You're going to sell yours private party. So you've upgraded zero turns along the way. It's cool to hear you start out with one. What does it look like? I mean, you rock an open trailer, closed trailer. What does the whole rest of the setup look like?
So the rest of the get up is I've just got a 6x12 open trailer.
Yep.
I got racks on the side. I don't know what brand they are. Honestly, I think that they came on the previous trailer, and I just switched them over. I got a 30-inch Time Master, which obviously is residential, but I don't do too much pushing.
Commercial mower. I mean, push mowers have gotten so expensive nowadays. Like, I mean, it's insane. Like, I'm of the mindset now. I think that I would. If I was starting today and I had to push mow, luckily we've gotten to the point now, I've honestly thought about selling my 30-inch because I have one, but I have a 30-inch Exmark commercial, and it's like now they're worth like freaking $3,200, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
But I have 1 yard that I use that on. 1 yard because I have to bag it. And so it just takes the time, makes the time so much faster when I can cut it. I have another 21 that we never use, but I'm only pushing 1 yard now because we got a 36 walk behind, and I would say, guys, make that investment as soon as you can. Get a 36 walk behind, and just don't take on anything less than a 36-inch gate. Like, it's just that simple. Like, if you can't fit a 36 back there, don't take it on. Like, the inefficiencies of push mowing are just so, like, there's just too many of them. We did it for too long. I double cut too many times. Like, it's just there's no reason to be doing that. And so that's not saying anything to you. Like, I'm just saying if you're starting out, like, or even if you're not starting out, if you have to start out and you start out with a push mower and you get what you can, you build your business. But then when you get to year 2, 3, 4, like you start getting the clients that you want, you can be a little more nitpicky. Start weeding out the ones with the 22-inch gates or the 25-inch gates. Like get rid of those as soon as you can, and start getting stuff where you can put a 36 back there or even a 32. Like there's some, like you can get a Wright standard that makes 32. They make 32 inches, and so get something like that though, and get out of from behind the push mower as soon as you can. If you can't, if you're like, this is my business model, I personally would be buying the $1,000 Time Master and blowing it up I would just run it into the ground every year and get a new one every single year. Like that would be how I justified it. Would be like it's $1,000 a year or whatever. What are they now? I don't even, that's the last time I saw them, they were $1,000.
About $1,500, I think it was at
15
now.
Yeah, $1,500. But I mean, you take $1,500 and divide it over 12 months, like you're looking at $125 a month for that thing. I mean, that's, to me, I don't see the benefit of going and buying a $3,500 commercial like push mower.
Yeah.
If you're spending money on that,
heavy too.
They're so heavy. Like I bought my 36-inch walk behind for $2,000. Like there's no way I would go spend that on a push mower nowadays. Go find a used 36 somewhere, walk behind, stand on, whatever fits you, and do that. Like don't just try to get away from spending that much money on a push mower, because it's gonna break. Like it's just so inefficient. But anyway, continue. I don't mean to interrupt you. That's kind of something I haven't talked about that in a while, and it just kind of got me going. So
yeah. So do you recommend the walk behind over the stand on when it comes to the 36? Because I've considered getting a 36 stand on.
The only reason I would recommend it is because it's cheaper. It's just a much lower cost to entry. I've never seen a stand on for $2,000. I've never never come close. I've never really seen a stand on less than $4,000, even with like high hours on it. So I mean, if you can spend the money on $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 for a stand on, I would get a stand on. I like stand ons better. I've had a stand on and I loved it for HOA stuff. We just do too many big properties that I couldn't justify it. But it was one of those things, like, to me, I like the stand on better. It's more comfortable. But for the purpose that we don't do enough with the walk behind, like we do probably 10 to 15 push mows backyards where we need the 36. So for me, it was like spend $2,000 on a mower that's got a couple hundred hours, and I don't have to push mow anymore. Like it's only 36 inches. I still walk behind it. I don't even put a sulky on it because I still want it to look good. The sulky messes up the lines, the stripes, but the little bit of stripes we get here in the South.
That's right.
But it works for me. Yeah, I know. But it works for me, and I like it better just because of the hydraulics. Like, you don't have to pull anything. Like, you don't have to push or pull. You just stand behind it and go. And so, like, today I push mowed a pretty large backyard, or used the walk behind on a pretty large backyard. But it was no effort. I was just walking. I was just getting steps in because the hydraulics makes it easy. So to me, either one, it depends on how much money you want to spend.
Sure.
But to me, I like the walk behinds better. So.
Okay.
I mean, I like the stand-ons better. I like the stand-ons better, not the walk behinds.
Yeah. Well, this will be different for me jumping to a stand-on because I've only ever used one at Equip.
Yeah.
So,
now, I loved it, dude. The stand-on that we had was fantastic. And so, guys, we didn't really expect this to go into Equipment Talk Show, but we haven't had one in a while, so we might as well just embrace it and roll with it. Like, if you're looking at getting equipment like this, if you're still at that point in business where that's a big thing for you, if you're an owner or operator, you need stuff that's reliable and like stuff that fits you super efficiently, then I would say like stand-ons are really, really cool. Like, they're really beneficial. I know a lot of people run them because they're safer. They say they're safer because you can jump off of it at any point. Like, if it starts flipping, you just jump off and mower goes, yeah, but we can replace a mower. You can't replace yourself. And so with a zero turn, like if you're on a hill and you start flipping, you can try to get out of there, but you're probably not going to. I mean, you're under the handlebars. So a lot of people. What do you do mainly? What is your clientele? Is it mainly HOA properties, or you got neighborhood yards, big yards? What does that look like?
No, it's definitely mostly it's all neighborhood stuff. I haven't actually gotten any commercial clients yet. I am hoping to try and get into some commercial work this year, actually. But
your neighborhood yards are still like that. You're mainly getting residential neighborhood yards. You're not getting like residential big properties or anything like big field grass or anything, because that to me is where the stand-on didn't work. It just didn't. and it was just because the stand-on that I had. The stand-on that I had just didn't fit my business well. But I'm a big fan of if you're doing HOA type style properties, stand-ons are the way to go because it's so fast. Like it's just hopping on and off. If you need to hit a spot with a weed eater, you can get one of those little side racks where you stick your weed eater in there and it's always with you. Hopping on and off to get trash, like it's way more efficient than getting up and down off the zero turn and things like that. It's way lighter too.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm basically doing quarter acre to half acre lots mostly.
Yeah, no, I think you'll love the stand-on.
I have like 2 1 acre lots.
I think you'll love the stand-on.
Okay. That's good. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, no, that sounds like a really good fit.
And then, so other equipment, it would be the weed eater. I just got a Red Max weed eater.
Yep.
Honestly, I think I'm not good with the numbers. Only thing is like 225L. Honestly, I don't know. But, and then a still edger.
It's good that you don't know because it doesn't matter. Like it goes back to what we were talking about a minute ago. Like when you're growing a large business, like that's your goal. The type of equipment doesn't matter. Like it does if you're a solar operator. Like it does matter to some extent. Your mower does, but like your trimmers, your blowers, like if you get commercial grade stuff, it's all going to do the same thing. Like it's all going to get the job done. It's going to produce you money, revenue, profit. That's what we're looking for. We're not looking at how many numbers you have behind your Red Max or what size blower you have. Like it's efficiency, profitability, revenue. Like that is those things has to be doing those things. And if it is, cool. Like stop geeking out over the number of your Red Max trimmer and put it to work. Find something that puts, like if it's a Snapper 21-inch push mower and that's what works for you and you turn revenue with it and you are profitable in that revenue, then stick with it and roll. Like I don't want people to get, even though we're all talking equipment or whatever, don't get caught up in that too much. No matter what stage of business you're in, find something that works for you, that's efficient, that is reliable, and go with it and just grow your business, grow clientele, grow your revenue, grow your profitability. All those things have to be in place first, and then you can start looking at equipment. But like, there's just really no need. Like, get things that work and just put them to work and go make money.
Yeah. So that's basically what I've been doing. I haven't been too caught up on I'll go commercial for sure, but as far as what the brand is or whatever, I think I've got 3 or 4 different ones on my vehicle. So
and they're all doing fine, and you're making revenue with all of them.
Yep, exactly.
So yeah, that's good, man. That's good. That's cool. I'll tell you what. Is there anything else equipment you want to hit on, or is that?
No, that's about all I got. Other than pulling everything with a Tundra.
I hear you. So. I hear you. What motor you got in the Tundra?
The 5.7.
Yeah, those 5.7s in the Tundras. Those are some pretty good workhorses. I mean, especially for just a little 6x12 like that. You probably don't even feel it back there, really, do you?
Well, I don't really feel it, no, but it still drinks the fuel like crazy.
Oh yeah, no, that's true. You got.
I think the Tundras are just bad in fuel in general. So.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's hop in. We got 10, 15 more minutes here, and then we'll let you go. I don't want to hold you too long. I want to be respectful of your time. We're doing this late night tonight, and I don't want to hold you up any longer than necessary. Sure. But let's hop into business real quick. Let's talk some business talk. We talked some equipment, getting started, all of that. What does the business side of things look like for you? I mean, route density, how have you done with your routes? And say as much or as little. Like, this is a show that I want people to relate to and grow from. So, like, if you want to share things that you failed on, share things you failed on. But, I mean, for me, from the conversations we've had, it sounds like you're doing pretty good with a lot of stuff. And so I know you got Yardbook, you're using CRM, you already got that thing locked up. So what does the business side of things look like for you in the building process? And then what does it look like moving forward?
Well, like everybody, I started out taking whatever came to me.
Yeah.
Because when I left my full-time job, I had 6 clients.
That's crazy.
And so it wasn't when I left, it wasn't how I wanted it to go. So I didn't expect to be leaving when I left, but I ended up having to. So I left with 6 clients. And so at that point, I just started advertising on Facebook like crazy. Reaching out to any friends in the area, and ended up traveling all over Noonan to try and get clients. Yeah. Even some into Sharpsburg, which is between Noonan and Sonoya. Yeah. Or between Noonan and Peachtree City.
What's your furthest yard you picked up through that process?
Well, I still have them.
Yeah.
I would say they're probably about 10, 15 miles from my house.
That's not terrible. What is that, 25 minutes, 30 minutes?
It can, depending on traffic. Yeah. But what I've done is I don't just go to that one property. I've got routes that kind of work me out that direction.
Yeah.
So it's not awful. It could be worse for sure.
Dude, when I was 3 years ago, I was going 35 miles. Like it would, dude, trust me. No shame from me. Like that's pretty good for your first year. Like you got 46 clients, you're within 10, 15 miles. Like that's pretty good. I would not complain. I would not be sad about that at all. Like you obviously build on it, you work on it, you want to refine it even more. But like I said, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I was going 30 miles. Like it just is what it is when you get started. Yeah.
So I've got one day that I'm super proud of. It's all in a neighborhood that's literally 2 miles from my house.
Yeah.
And it's 12 properties. They're all between quarter acre, half acre, and I can get them all done in one day. It's a pretty brutal day, being that I'm by myself, but it's a very profitable route.
Mm-hmm.
Because I drive a total of maybe 5 miles that entire day.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, so it's a pretty good route. And so obviously that's the goal. That's the goal, is to get more in that neighborhood or more neighborhoods similar to that.
Mm-hmm.
Ones that are within 5 to – I'm not against driving 10 miles out.
Yeah.
But it needs to be for a full route. I don't want to be driving 10, 15 miles. Jumping all over the place.
That's the thing. Yeah, if you can build a route out of it, then it's different, and that's a tough thing that I've gotten caught up in before. It's very hard to decide, like, do we build a route out here? Do we take on the customer and try to build a route out of it, or do we just say no and we don't go that far? And I think that develops as your business develops. That's something that grows with your business. 2 years ago, I would have said, yeah, I'll take that client 25 minutes away, and I think I can build a route out of it. Now, no chance. I'm just not. I'm not even taking it. I'm not even going to try to build. But it also depends on what kind of business you're wanting to build. If you're wanting to build if you want to scale your business, you're probably most likely going to have to get into other surrounding cities. Like you're going to have to grow, and you're going to go a little bit further. So that's a tough thing as well. You got to just weigh your options there. Look at what size company you're wanting to run. If you want to stay you and a guy, or you and a couple guys, like 1 or 2 crews, then you got to be smart about that stuff. That is the kind of stuff that will put your business in the ground in 6 months if you don't pay attention and really hone that stuff in, keep your routes tight. So that's cool that you already got that one neighborhood like that. 12 within 5 miles, I would say that's pretty good. So
yeah. So that's the plan, and I've been contemplating on whether I should try to bring somebody in on that day, get some hired help to, I guess, get my feet wet for seeing what it's like to have a helper and the cost of it and how much it helps.
Yeah,
because I've done it all on my own the whole time from the beginning. So, from my understanding, you bring somebody else in there, you can knock them out quicker, and you can add more properties, and that's how the profits happens because you got somebody else that you can bring more properties on the same day.
Yeah, no, 100%. When you go, that jump from 1 to 2 is a massive jump. Like it's a big step. There's a lot of, it's scary bringing on that payroll, bringing on that added expense, but it's really not an expense. It's an investment into your company, and you just have to be willing to realize, like, if you bring that person on, then you have to be willing to do the work. You have to do the sales. You have to create the sales to justify bringing them on. And I'm even in that point of my business right now. Like I have 2 guys full time right now, and I'm really trying to decide, like, do I want to bring on a third, because we really need a 3-man mow route 2 or 3 days a week. 2 people just can't get it done. Like, it's just not. Our properties are too big. And so we don't have a huge number of properties. We just have larger size properties. And so we really need a 3-man crew, like 3 days a week. And then I need people to help me with landscaping. So it's kind of like, it's tough because they're not being as efficient without me there when they're mowing, but they need the third guy. But I'm like, come on, you can get this done. Like, but I don't want to overload them either. Like, I know that me and a guy could probably get it done or get it close to getting done, but no one's going to work like the business owner, right? Like, you're not going to find somebody that has the exact same work ethic, that moves as fast as you do. And so that jump from 1 to 2 is scary, but the investment is there in the fact that, like, you really do close to double your time. Like, you can, I mean, if you're spending 20 minutes mowing a yard and 20 minutes weeding in the yard and 5 minutes blowing that yard, like, you're going to, instead of that being a 45-minute yard, you're going to cut that yard down to 25, probably 22 to 25 minutes. And it's like, you're almost doubling yourself. If you can keep your routes tight, you can really start knocking out yards. So, I mean, if you are bringing on, I know it's scary, but if you're bringing them on, like if the clientele is coming in, if you're getting the leads, then that's something I would definitely encourage. Like, at least like you're saying, get a helper, get started, get your feet wet, and make that jump as soon as you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to consider that soon, for sure.
And it just makes your life so much easier. That's like at the end of the day, that's also part of it.
I'm hoping so, because I'm honestly, like you said, I'm just scared to do it.
Yeah, no, I mean, and it's scary. It's scary, but like, you also have to look, like, this just goes back to what we said in the beginning. Like, nothing is across the board for anybody. You have to do what works for you in your business. For me, I'm an open book about this. I will take less profit to make my life easier. Like, if I need, like, could I run a 2-man crew? Could I run me and one guy and work 5 days a week, 7 to 5, and get everything done? I probably could, but my life would not be enjoyable at all. Like, I'd be working 7 to 5, 7 to 6 probably most days, out on the field every single day, all year. Like, that would be my life. And so I would be more profitable that way, theoretically, I guess. I mean, by the numbers I would be, but I would have no time. And so, like, I'm going to hire that guy. So, one, like, if I do have to be with him, I'm still not, like, I'm saving myself a little bit of trouble, because I'll still get on a trimmer, I'll still get on a blower, I will gladly do that stuff, but I'm mowing most of the time. And so when I have 2 guys with me, I'm like, okay, I'm mowing, they're weeding, they're trimming, they're blowing. Like, by the end of properties, I shouldn't have to do much but take the mower off, mow the yard, put the mower back up, and get in the truck and go. And it's like, I'll take a little bit less money at the end of the day to be able to have a decent work day and not kill yourself every single day. And you're not killing the one guy either. Like, he doesn't feel like he's the only one doing all the hard labor. Like, if you're mowing, he's not the only one trimming and blowing. He's got somebody to help him. And so that's something else you have to look at, is, like, you got to decide when that point comes, like, do you want to sacrifice a little bit of profit, a little bit of income, for a little better well-being and, like, a little better lifestyle?
Yeah, definitely.
So, well, dude, I don't want to take. I'm rambling. I don't know why. I don't want to take the spotlight from you. I want to hear your story. Like, I want to hear more about what's going on. I mean, how is Yardbook going? How's CRM going? What advice would you give to people who are in your stage? Like, what have you learned?
I love Yardbooks. You know, for me, at least, just being a little guy, it's worked out perfectly. I can't speak for somebody that's doing, obviously, $1 million in revenue or something like that. But for me, it's super easy. I'm not the most techie person, so I needed something basic and easy to follow. And this is great. The only down thing, and maybe, because you use Yardbooks too, right?
Yeah.
Is there a way, and I wish that there was a way if there isn't, but to change the color of different job types?
I don't think there is. I don't think there is. Not that I know of.
That's the only thing I wish that they would do.
Yeah.
Is so that when you look at your calendar, you can tell there's a difference from just like a regular maintenance client that you're going to go and mow.
Yeah.
To something else.
To a landscape. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I would actually, Hey, Yardbook is, I mean, they're very innovative. Like, they're for the price of what it is, you're getting a very, very good product. Like, a very good product. And so, I mean, shoot, I would write an email to customer support and say, like, hey, this is something, like, love the product. This is just a suggestion. I've had a couple other guys who say they might like it. Shoot them an email and see what they say. Like, you never know what they're developing on the back end. So I would say do that. Just shoot them an email. I mean, if there's guys out there that you want things changed, like, go about it the right way. Don't complain that they don't have something. And I'm not saying you are. You're not at all. I'm just saying,
no, you're right.
Don't complain that they don't have something. Do something about it. Like, write them a nice email. Thank them for what they're doing for you, how they've changed your business. And then say, hey, this will be a great addition one day. I understand y'all are being very innovative. You're spending money. Thanks for keeping the price affordable. Like, there's nothing out there on the market that gives you what Yardbook gives you for the price that you have to pay. Like, you could do it free. Like, do you still have the free version? Or do you have the premium?
I'm actually still using the free version too.
Exactly.
I mean, I pay the 4% for transactions, but
yeah,
other than that, I don't pay anything. So.
Exactly. So like, it's insane the value that comes with it. And so you just reach out and shoot them a support email. I mean, just you never know what they could add on. But I do agree that would be a very good addition.
Yeah. And as far as card on file, I've had no real hard time getting people to do it either.
Dude, that's so encouraging. Hearing you're a year and a half in and you're doing that, that's just amazing.
Other than like you said, you got the elderly couples that they don't use cards for anything. So,
but they're few and far between.
Yeah, I've got honestly maybe 3 that I get a check from, but they're always there. It's always there.
Exactly.
It's taped to the door, or they literally walk it out to me.
Yep.
So it's not been an issue at all.
Yeah, no, I mean it's crazy the efficiency of card on file. Like it changes your business. Like you're getting your cash flow right from the beginning, and it's so cool to hear. Like you're not gonna have the cash flow struggles that most people have when you have your card on file. You have that stuff set up, and it's all. If you're telling me in today's world in 2023, if you're telling me that you're having a hard time getting people to put their cards on file, you're not doing a good enough job selling them on what they're getting. You have to tell them. It's just like when you hear people say, like, if you can't get people to pay your price, if you can't get them to pay a premium price, then you don't believe in yourself good enough. You don't believe in yourself enough to tell them why they should choose you. If you can't go to them in that, it's the same principle with card on file. If you can't add the value and tell them why they should do this, then you need to fix that, because I guarantee you, if you change that pitch, that spill, whatever you want to call it, if you're getting people to tell you no, then you add some value to them. You tell them, okay, we do this. It's just standard. Like, it's very secure. All of your stuff, it comes in here, comes through a secure link. Another option that I've not seen anyone have besides Yardbook. Now, Jobber might. I don't know. I don't know much about Jobber, but where you can just email a secure link to add the card. You don't have to take it over the phone. They can do that on their own. Like, I don't see any of your info. You can say, like, you don't ever have to keep up with invoices, because I'm the guy. I hate keeping up with invoices. I like, it's a bad trait of mine. I'll be way late on my invoices because they'll come in the mail or something, or come in an email, and I'll forget about them. I'm busy. I don't have time to pay invoices. And you tell them that to the customer, and the customer's like, yeah, like, that's fantastic. I love that. Like, I'm getting to the point now. I in that beginning 2 years, I was like, man, this is going to be so hard getting people on card on file. I'm so scared. They might tell me no. And now I'm like, no, trust me, you want this? And everyone is like, yes, that's what I want. Like, that's awesome. When I tell people, ask me, like, how do you take payment? Venmo, check, PayPal, Cash App. I'm like, no, we actually don't do any of that. We just keep a card on file. We charge at the end of the month for the month's services. You don't have to keep up with it. We'll send a receipt at the end. And they're like, that's fantastic. Thank you so much. Shoot me the email. And they put the card on within 2 minutes of the email coming through.
Yeah. And it's also nice being able to look back at old invoices that you charged them for a certain job. Maybe last year you want to make sure you charge them at least the same or just a little bit more for inflation. You can make sure you're not hurting yourself and then just have something to refer back to.
Yeah.
Which is really nice.
100%, dude. 100%. I mean, what else is there in business as we wrap this thing up? I mean, is there any advice that you would give to somebody? I know that we hadn't gotten too deep today, but I wanted to just get a little bit of your story. What's going on? I mean, it sounds like you're rocking and rolling by yourself. You're coming up on a big transition point, trying to hire that guy. I mean, what advice would you give to somebody who's looking to start and just grow their business the same way you're doing?
Oh, well, only advice I can say is give it a try. I mean, I thought about it. I sat on my workbench with Brian Fulton's YouTube channel up. I was watching them do their strives and learning things and listening to your podcast and stuff. And I could have done that for the next 10 years, just sat there and listened, and never actually did it. And I'm so much happier now that I have. So I just say, take the leap of faith and I mean, obviously don't put your family on the street, but
get the boat close to the dock, and then make the jump
as close as you can. But you never know until you try. So that's all I can say is give it a go and hope for the best.
I love it, dude. I love it. That's fantastic. I mean, you're proof that it can be done. You started full time with 6 clients, and now you're rocking and rolling in year 2 with 40 something. That's fantastic growth. I mean, it's fantastic growth. And so I'm excited to see what the future holds. Now, were you listening before you went full time? Were you listening to podcasts and social media stuff, or like did that happen once you got into the business full time? Like, how did you find out about everything?
I definitely watched more YouTube than I did listen to podcasts.
Okay. Podcast starts when you get on the mower. When you get on the mower all day, you just turn podcast on.
Yeah, and like I said, I was able to have my phone kind of propped up and watch all the videos on YouTube, so that was easy enough. But you guys are definitely the ones that encouraged me to make the jump. So I really appreciate you guys' stuff out there, because it's helping all of us, that's for sure.
That, man, dude, people like you are the ones that are helping. The ones that come on and share their stories like that, that's why we do it. It's so cool to hear. Like, if there's an 18-year-old or a 20-year-old kid or a 35-year-old dad who's like, hey, I don't want to do this anymore, and you're listening to the show, like, John's proved that it can be done. Like, it just takes work. It just takes effort. It just takes commitment, dedication. Like, it hasn't been easy. I can promise you that. Like, you and your wife probably had some good arguments. Like, you've probably been stressed. You've probably been stressed about cash flow. Like, we say you don't have cash flow problems, but everybody has cash flow problems in this business. Like, it's just part of it. Yep. And you just committed to it and gone all in. And it's just, I mean, would you say it's been for the better? Like, it's been a good decision?
Oh, I mean, my kids, they play travel soccer, so I could not still be in retail and get them to all the stuff they have to go to. So it's been beneficial to the family as far as family time. And, really I'm still making less than I was in the jewelry industry, but not a lot less.
Yeah.
And in another year or two, I'll definitely be surpassing it.
What did we just talk about, though? Would you make a little bit less money and create the memories with your kids and have the time?
That's right.
Like
I've got more time, that's for sure.
You have to look at those things. And so it's all how you look at it. Nothing is going to be across the board. Do what works for you and your business. Before we let you go, buddy, I want to ask one question. We try to ask all of our guests here. Pretty simple, but it can be complex. What's your why?
I mean, basically just said it. It's for most people. It's my family. It's my time. It's being able to get them to the things that they want to do, trying to provide, and be outside. I don't want to be inside. So it's mainly family. Being here for my kids and doing what they want to do.
I love it. What does family look like? How many kids you got? What are their ages?
Oh, geez. I got 2 boys, and one's 15 and one's 10.
Oh, man. That's troublemakers right there.
Don't have kids 5 years apart. That's all I can say.
That's a big difference.
They fight all the time. I don't know, because the little one wants to hang out with the older one. The older one wants nothing to do with the younger one.
Yeah, that's tough.
It's just like that perfect amount of gap to cause an issue, I think.
Yep. No, I get that. Me and my 2 brothers are 3.5 years apart, and even that, like, you're still a little too far apart. Like, I have friends that are 2 years apart, 1.5 years, 2 years apart, and it worked out great for them because they were 1 grade apart, but they had the same ran in the same group, same friend circle. Like, it worked well, and I think that's kind of the age. Like, you got to stay within that 1.5 to 2 years, maybe 2.5 years, if you want them to stay pretty close. When you start getting to that 3 to 5 year gap, it's like you just run in different circles. You go through different points of life. Like, your 15-year-old is going through things that 10-year-olds are so far away from. Like, it's just so far away. So I'll be turning to you when Jack's 15 and we have another kid and be like, how did you do this?
It was hard, but you just got to stick it out, man.
Yeah, you learn along the way. I love it, dude. Where can everybody find you if they want to ask you a question or connect with you on Instagram or socials or whatever?
I mean, my Instagram's just my personal Instagram, so it probably wouldn't be the best one. I mean, you can find me, Jonathan Allan, on there, but there's probably like 1,000 of those. But you can reach me at Edge to Edge Lawn Care.
Yeah.
And that is with the number 2 in the middle, and they're all run together. So Edge to Edge is run together.
Yeah.
And it's on Facebook. So feel free to message me on there. But that's about all my socials at the time.
Yeah, I love it, dude. That's fantastic. Well, I appreciate your time. Is there anything that we're leaving out you wanted to share or give out there to the ether?
Nope. Just everybody keep grinding and listen to these guys giving out these podcasts because they've got great information.
You must take action. I think that's going to be the title of the show. You must take action. You must take the jump. You just got to go for it. And I hope that this one relates to you guys. I hope this brought some value. I know it did for me. It's been one that I really appreciate. I appreciate you spending your time with us tonight, buddy, and I look forward to getting you back on the show in the future and hearing a business update and here in a year or so.
Thanks, Jeremy. Maybe I won't be so nervous next time.
Oh, shoot, no, this is fantastic, dude. This is fantastic. I'm excited to hear feedback on this one. I think this is going to be one that a lot of people relate to. So guys, thank you so much for tuning into the show today. If you did relate, if you did feel like it hit home and it helped you in some way, shape, or form, leave it a big 5-star rating and review. That's how we grow the show. That's how the show gets out there to a bigger audience, so we can continue to grow the community one relationship at a time. That's what we're here for every single day, or every single week, 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So without any further ado, that is going to wrap this one up. Thanks, John, and we look forward to catching up with everybody here on the next one.
Thanks for tuning in to the Growing Green podcast. It is an honor to have you listening, and we hope you receive valuable advice to help take your business to the next level. Don't forget to follow the podcast so you'll be notified when our next episode drops.